Hey, what's up everybody on YouTube? I'm Riley Knapper, and today I have a knife that cost you $3.87, and I'm going to give you guys a review. It's pretty cool. Let's get into the video. Yes, you did hear that right. This is a $3.87 knife, so it's about, $4 with taxes, and it's pretty amazing. It's one of those Ozark Trail, I believe is the brand. It doesn't really have a name, so I can't really give you a name, but you find these in your local Walmart, and Walmart's everywhere, so you should be able to find one pretty much anywhere. Okay, so let's get into the video with some of the features of this knife, starting with the opening way. There's two ways to open this knife, which is very nice. You have the two thumb studs, which make it ambidextrous because they're on both sides, and then you also have the flipper right here. Okay, starting with the thumb stub, all you gotta do is you flick it with your thumb, and then it opens just like that. And then we have the flipper. So with the flipper, you press it down, but you also gotta give it some force to flick it open like that. But if you do it all in one quick motion, it's a lot cooler, just like wow. Just like that. And I was using the flipper, you push down while swinging out, and then it's gonna fly open just like that. Okay, now let's get into the lock. It is a liner lock, so you see this right here, the little jimping right there, and then you just press that down, and then you can move the blade down. Which is also very nice about this flipper. It's kind of a guard for your thumb, so you'll hit your thumb. See, I'm pushing down, but it's hitting my thumb, so the blade isn't gonna bite me. Same with when you have it open. You can't move your index finger past that little flipper. So it's kind of nice, just a little thing I don't think was intentional, but it's kind of like a guard for your finger, which I think is nice. But again, going back to the liner lock, you can see there, I actually don't like the jimping is kind of deep, so it does kind of hurt if you do it, kind of just like that. You gotta kind of come from an angle on the side of your thumb to close it, so that it doesn't hurt as much. That's like one of my only gripes about this knife. Okay, so before we get back to the blade again, I'm gonna talk about the frame, which is it's tan. At least this one is. I think there might be others because it says it's a tan flip opening knife, so there might be other colors. I'm not quite sure. This is the only one I saw. But you can see it kind of have these like divots you can kind of see with the ridges, which actually fits, which actually fits very well to your hand, and your fingers will kind of go in those divots, and it feels very nice and firm. Also, you can see it kind of curves a little bit at the end there. If you just look at the end, and so it fits to your hand very well. I have probably average or maybe a little bit bigger than average hands, just to give you guys kind of a perspective. Alright, so back with the blade. It is a 3-inch stainless steel blade, as you can see, and if you look really closely, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, it looks like it is a stone wash. It doesn't say anywhere, but it looks very nice. It kind of has that grainy look to it, which is really cool. I really like this style of finish on a blade, and it just, I don't know, it appeals to me really well, and just like, ooh, it looks so good. And then the handle is 4 inches, and it does claim to have G10. I have no idea if that's real or not. I have no idea if that's legit or not, but it feels nice. It doesn't feel like plasticky or anything. It feels good in the hand. And it is pretty light in your pocket, so it feels very good with the pocket clip. It is 106 grams, which is pretty good for a small pocket knife. It fits very well. It's got 3 inches, so if you live in a state like Colorado, where I live, where you can only have 3.5 inches and under, it's kind of ridiculous. And like, fuck, man. But it fits well for that, and it'll fit and work in your state, which is also nice, of course. We always want it to work in our state. Yeah. Or country. I'm not discriminating. I love all you international fans. All right, let's go back to the pocket clip. The pocket clip has good retention on it, so it takes a little bit to kind of get it out. But this divot right here, as you can see when it comes out a little bit right there, is very nice, so you can slip it into your pocket very easily without having to use two hands and kind of get in there. Just kind of slip it in your pocket on the side, and it'll clip right on, which is very nice. Another thing about this knife is, usually when you get a knife, it takes a little bit, you'll have like some of those where they just kind of flips out and doesn't lock all the way. I think about after 2 openings, this was really solid, so it comes pretty smooth, so getting your openings is just going to be quick from the get-go, which is really nice. Now, this knife doesn't come very sharp, but that's okay. It was, about $4, so I don't expect that. I haven't sharpened it, but you can sharpen it. But here's just a little cut test with a piece of paper. Find a good spot and just kind of, it's decently sharp. Oh yeah, back on the jimping part, there is some jimping right here where the flipper is, which is pretty cool. So when you have it out, your thumb kind of goes to it. It isn't very, you can see I slide through it, so I'm not really quite sure why it's there. Maybe just for some added grip. There's also some down here. Maybe if you're in a reverse hold with your thumb, which you see I can still slide through, so it's not that great. But the jimping on where the thumb stubs are is pretty good, and see my finger doesn't move anymore if I press down, which is very good to have. Alright, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Riley Nappert. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, because I'll have more videos like this coming out. I'll see you guys later.